Are you unimpressed with the enhancements your enhanced graphics card is supposed to supply? Well, enhance those enhancements with PhysX. Wait, what the hell did we just say? Plus, Kevin Smith has a brand new Mallrats DVD on the shelves, so we'll take the opportunity to invade his secret stash. And speaking of comics, we'll hit the shops for the best funny books money can buy, for this week at least. Now, in brightest day and blackest night, it's Attack of the Show!
Pick up on this.
Attack of the Show. I'm not Kevin.
I'm not Kevin.
But you're Sean Hart.
I am Sean Hart. Kevin's replacement.
Kevin's replacement for good. Yeah,
I'm that good.
Everybody, this is it. This is your show.
The message board just exploded.
What the? Now, Kevin is, he's off doing something Kevin Pereira-ish today. So
always
it's
with
just
the
two of
stars.
us. We're holding down the fort.
Yeah.
It's Relationship Thursday. I'm extremely excited about it.
My last day here. I get to talk about comic books.
It's your last day because we are not doing a show tomorrow. How's it feel? It's your last day.
God,
wow, you got to go out with a bang.
I will.
Good.
Something crazy is going to happen before the show's over.
Really?
There might be another countdown clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to be over there.
Yeah, you really should be.
All right, so should we talk about the fun and cool and interesting things that we like on the internet today?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start.
Yeah. All right.
There is a, well, let me set this up first. You know when you search for something, anything, sometimes you just get too many results.
Yeah.
You get results, yeah.
I'm not sure.
You get results that you weren't looking for, that don't really apply. You know, it's words spelled a little differently.
Right.
You know, a person's name with
Google's
another
great,
name.
but like
Google's great, but it's almost too great.
It's everything.
Well, what if you could condense your search results into only searching the sites that you wanted? Like you could create your own search engine. Like, let's say I wanted to shop for shoes. I could only add websites in my own personal search engine that involved shoes that I would like to buy.
You're indexing your own site. You're your own.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what Rolio is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the little search roles that we set up here for Attack of the Show. We're going to go ahead and explore something called cereal. All right, because everybody likes breakfast cereal and everybody wants to find it on the internet, but there's so much going on
there's
out there.
There's so much things that are related to
you're going to get
cereal.
a lot of really strange results. Well, it's going to go, Rolio is a little bit slow right now, but anyway, what's going to happen is breakfast cereals. It says, here, we've got a great result by Attack of the Show. And it turns out that when you search us and you look at our little search role, you see that we've put together our search engine.
Oh, so we see all the indexes.
It includes Cheerios.com, you know, the 80s.com.
I like in the 80s.com.
Sure, because cereals were very big back then.
In the 80s.
And if you go ahead and search, you get some really fun searches. So, as far as Xtainment, they talk about
we
cereal.
Searched for Mr. T.
So what we've done, basically, is created our own search engine about cereal, and it's going to make your search so much more successful.
A lot of term papers are going to get written about cereal now.
Absolutely. Rolio. It's a new wave of the search engine future. My God.
It's going to change things. It's a new Wikipedia. Okay, you know, now I'm a very politically minded person, Sarah.
Are you?
I think you've come to know this. Yeah.
Who'd you vote for? No,
a gentleman never tells.
No.
But now this site, Down with Literacy. Now it shows you here, if you look at this.
It's called Down with Literacy?
Down with Literacy.
That's frightening already.
Literacy is bad. It shows you people who have gone to protest and they're showing off their signs, but they didn't run the spell check.
Okay, so the joke is these people were trying to insult the president or whoever at their protest.
A great speller.
But they misspelled their big fat sign, like I crap on bushes, no E.
They don't know how to pluralize, much like Dan Quayle.
I don't even really know what I crap on, but that's sort of a weird insult anyway. But so give me another example.
Okay. Hey George, you're doing a heck of a job if we wanted an incompetent, hypocritical fascist for a president.
Oh, but incompetent spelled wrong, and that just doesn't make any sense.
No!
It doesn't make any sense, angry girl with a hat.
The message obscured, you know, people don't get it now.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what happens when people don't go to school.
Now here, this isn't something you could check with a dictionary, Sarah. We have it down here. Look at that.
Oh.
What's that symbol to you?
Well, that's Mercedes to me. But I think that the person was thinking peace, man.
No, I think they were trying to advertise.
Oh, okay.
I think they're
Free Palestine, give them a car.
Free Palestine, give them a car, product sponsorship.
Get them out of there. Yeah, all right. Finally, Sean, are you when you want to figure out driving directions, you use Google Maps? Are you a Google Maps fan?
You know, I don't drive, but I use the Google Maps all the time to find out.
You don't drive? Oh, because you're a New Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker.
All right.
I'm a
well,
New
for
Yorker.
those of us who do Google Maps, it's very helpful. You should try it out. What I've got here is a guy got very creative with Google Maps, Satoogle. He created a Google Maps sort of API of his face.
So a lot of people do Google Maps hacks. He
So
did
it's sort
one
of,
for his
yeah,
face.
I mean, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. It's sort of, you know, Google Map related. But what's really cool is, you know how on Google Maps you've got the map itself, and you
Yeah.
have the satellite version,
which is fascinating.
Yeah, which is fascinating. So he's kind of did the same thing with his X-ray of his face.
Okay.
So you can do like, here's my face, here's my X-ray, or here's the hybrid.
Scary.
That is frightening. It's like the new movie technology is going to be the Satoogle stuff.
Is that going to be this?
I think so.
I think this is the new
It's
scary
a
movie.
scary
4.
villain.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go, Sean.
I loved it
We're all better people.
for it. Without Kevin, we did it. Yes.
Yes!
At long last, I get my chance to trample through your sex life.
What?
It's Relationship Call Thursday.
Oh,
So let me have it.
jeez.
The number is 800-839-7880.
I'm like, you're not chomping through my sex life.
I'm not.
We're just going to talk about it.
Third base.
Right.
Call back to
Third
yesterday's
base. End of the show on the couch. You can email us through our web form too at attackoftheshow.com/askus if you want to ask us anything. We've pretty much spilled our guts
Really
by now.
laying
And you can
cards on
chat
the
with us at chat.g4tv.com.
And if we take your call, we'll send you one of these great Jinx shirts. I'm wearing one right now. Look at these. Your friends will know that you steal music off the internet.
Yep.
Well, you know, don't walk into a police station.
Loud and proud, everybody. You're going to get one of these t-shirts if we take your call, so call us. But Thursday isn't just for pointing out how lame your love life is. No, it's also for pointing out how bad you are
guy.
at Counter-Strike.
This guy.
That's right. Joining us in the Verizon broadband battle is G4TV.com's Laura Foy.
Hi, how are you?
Everybody's favorite platinum blonde.
Oh.
Crush.
Oh, she's
Counter-Strike.
ruthless.
Oh, she's not threatening me. I got worried.
barracuda.
I got worried for a second.
I'm going to check back later on and see who she's killed, who she's sliced and diced and maimed.
Looking murky.
Yeah. So you might want to come back after this break.
Might want to.
You might want to, unless of course you want your graphics to suck. It's up to you, man. We're gonna demo the PhysX processor. That's next.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Physics have come a long way in video games since the first crate sliding puzzles of yesteryear. Here to show us some new technology that can make physics to the next level is the CEO of AGEA, Manju Hegde. Welcome, Manju.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing? Now, physics in games. What is that all about?
In games, you have physics, and physics in games is really the reaction and the action that goes on in a game, the interaction that goes on between the character and the environment, the movement in a game which goes across frames. All that is physics in games today.
Okay, so we're not talking about the actual graphics in the games. We're talking about what's going on behind the scenes in the games.
Yeah, physics is very complementary to graphics, so we paint the position where the position of a ball is when the ball hits a glass pane,
Now-
and all those pieces when they go away, that's graphics.
Now, some games that are popular with their physics, Half-Life 2 and Day-esque.
Yeah, Half-Life 2 is a great game for physics, and if you look at the game, you know, when you use the door to shield yourself from the attacker,
Right.
all that affects gameplay, that's physics.
Okay. Now, what does the PhysX card actually do for gaming?
Yeah, the physics card that we built, what it does is it scales the physics to a level where you can then see a lot more interactivity and a lot more movement.
Okay.
In short, let me show you this
You're going to
demo.
show us a demo. Okay.
And today, physics in games is kind of guilty of all the good it doesn't do, and what our card does is correct that. If you look at this
Okay.
demo now, you'll see a bunch of boulders going down a canyon, and there's about thousands of boulders out here, and physics occurs when they interact with each other, they bounce off each other, they bounce off the walls of the canyon. Anything that involves movement, collision, interaction.
And what we're seeing right now, this isn't an animation, this is interactive.
This is being
random.
simulated in real time on our physics processor right now.
Okay.
And
And it looks incredible. I mean, then they're colliding, they're interacting. This is
and there's literally thousands of them, and as you can see in this canyon,
they're treated
hundreds
as
of
individual
thousands.
objects with individual paths that change and go on.
Exactly.
Now, can you show us what it looks like without the physics card in action?
Yeah, now I'll turn off the physics card, and then
Okay.
it's just running on the CPU. And you can see whenever there's much interaction, the frame rate slows down because the CPU can only handle so much physics
So
computing.
the CPU is processing the physics now,
in this
and
demo
it's
right
having
now.
an effect on the lag. It's making it not look as nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so really the physics card is taking the weight off the shoulders of the CPU, not necessarily the graphics card.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is offloading processing that's right now occurring in today's games on the CPU. Yes.
Okay, now what if, say, people who are worried about that this might be, another card I have to buy for my machine, another add-on I'll have to replace. How is this going to change gameplay, essentially?
It's lots of game developers are working for us. In fact, let me show you
Okay.
a demo of a game that uses our processor. And if you see this, you'll see the two features, rigid bodies that I showed you earlier, and the fluids.
It's taking a second to come up.
Yes.
So we're going to start to see this in gameplay. When are we going to start to see this?
We were launching end of this year.
So end of this year, this is going to start to be incorporated in games.
There will be a bunch more titles coming out next year.
Okay, now we've got the video of this up. Now this is actually this in gameplay, what we're seeing.
So here you'll see a plane coming in. It'll be shot at, and then it'll veer off, hit this big round ball, which will hit a crane, which will hit a container filled with fumes. Then there'll be a container with oil gushing out. Everything is live and interactive.
So this is essentially going to change the world, the gameplay, where things are taking place. We're going to be able to do everything now that we were limited to in the past.
If you remember Star Trek, the holodeck, this is really the holodeck.
This is the holodeck of video. This is really making it a 3D interactive world. It's not this static video anymore.
Exactly. You still need video because it shows you how it looks, but all the movement interaction is what our processor does.
Great. So how much is this going to be priced for?
It's between $249 to $299.
Okay. Great. Manju.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing off the graphics card. The physics card. Don't want to get confused. It helps the graphics card.
It needs the graphics card.
It needs the graphics card. Be sure to check out our website for some links and more info and videos of the physics in action. And don't pretend to need a bathroom break. I can see through you because of my physics card. Besides, when we hit the road, we come back, we're going to the food court with mall aficionado, none other than Kevin Smith.
Celebrating his 50th birthday today, Kermit the Frog.
Oh, hey, want bananas. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh. Rawr.
Last Saturday, Kevin Smith held a gala event at his Secret Stash comic book shop here in LA, bringing together the stars of Mallrats to celebrate the brand new 10th anniversary DVD. It's been that long, wow. We happen to be in the neighborhood. Check it out.
I'm a rabid Kevin Smith fan. Mallrats, my favorite out of all the movies.
I can't count how many times I've seen it. I can count, but I can't count how many times I've seen it.
My favorite's Clerks, but we're still huge Kevin Smith fans. Yeah, either way.
We flew all the way from Arizona. We got up before this morning, and we've been here
Standing in line for 5 hours.
Long time.
I just got here. We're at the way back of the line. It's going to be about 4 hours before we get in.
I love Mallrats. My favorite is Chasing Amy, but Mallrats, you know, it's pretty good. It's up there. It's number 2.
Where the hell did that come from? What's going on here?
I think the movie was pretty bad, sir. Theatrically bad, and but it's the kind of movie that you kind of pop in at home and grow to love, I think. But then there's a whole audience of folks who had no idea that the movie flopped. I still don't know why we did another DVD version, because the first DVD version we did was pretty packed. So I said maybe we can go back to the raw footage and cut a new version of it.
Ow!
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
There's enough on it, I think, to warrant the double dip. It's not like we just kind of changed one thing and put it back out. Oh, I am out there to and steal money from the cats, but I at least want to do it in good conscience. Give them something worth buying.
Kevin Smith's my favorite writer, and Jason Lee's my favorite actor, and like, what's better than the two of them together?
It's like a dynamic duo of awesomeness.
Yeah. You're gonna listen to me? You're gonna listen to something I said? Jeez, man, haven't I made it abundantly clear during the tenure of our friendship that I don't know? That kid is back on the escalator again. Leave it alone.
The stink palm.
What's a stink palm?
I guess I gave it a name, really, more than anything else, because I think people have been sticking their hands in their asses forever.
Take your hand, you stick it like this. There, now you shake hands with the guy.
I would like to think people would be like, well, he made Clerks, as opposed to like, well, he invented the stink palm. Clerks 2, we start shooting October 10th. We're ready to go.
Same as the first one, we're in and out of it. You know what I'm saying? Jan, Silent Bob, it's fun.
The premise of it is like what happens to the angry young man when he turns 35. It's kind of what it's about. You go back and look at what Dante and Randall have done with their lives.
So that's how I got turned on to Kevin Smith. Turned on, is that good? I don't think so.
How you like that? All right, the past few weeks, Attack of the Show has been playing a massive multiplayer version of the classic game Oregon Trail. Well, Sean, hey, partner.
Ha.
That's right, you get to choose our every move. And you're doing really well so far. Thank you for playing. Last time you had us check our supplies, which was really riveting television.
For the river.
It was, we checked, they were there. It was a really good time. So we had you vote last time on whether we should hunt or stop and rest because of our dead trail mates.
You gotta honor the dead or they'll come back to
well,
get you.
30% says that we don't really need to do that. We should just keep on going.
Keep going on the trail.
30% say continue. So, Sean, do you want to do the honors? We're going to continue on trail. That's option number 1.
I gotta figure this out.
Can you handle this?
A lot of the people think I'm not too game savvy.
Well, there's a number. It's number 1.
Right.
And you just hit the old enter key. And
didn't work.
Well, maybe number luck. Yeah, let's do this one.
The keyboard's not plugged in.
Keyboard's not working. That's awesome.
See? I don't know how to play games.
Riveting television.
What's gonna happen?
We promise.
Look, the Oregon Trail.
So anyway, we're gonna continue on the trail when we figure out what's wrong with our keyboard, and we're gonna continue, and then we're gonna let you know what happened.
Keyboards are what got the Donner Party, you know?
All right, we decided what the hell. Let's do an hour-long show today, you know?
Which means we still have plenty of time for the feed. And more than enough breathing room to really settle into our land party.
Settle.
Settle. That's all next on Attack of the Show. Welcome back to the show. If you've been wondering what's going on with the Oregon Trail, we have answers in a little bit. Placera worked overtime last night fashioning a damn good website out of bars of ivory soap. That takes a long time. Now, assuming it's not too much bother, would you mind giving it up for the Verizon Broadband Battle? The game is Counter-Strike Source, served up hot from our rack space.
Yeah.
Look who I have here. We have Laura Foy from G4TV.
Yeah, I actually begged and begged just to get on today's episode because I love Counter-Strike.
Really? It wasn't because of me?
No, I had to give them money as well, but let's move on.
But it wasn't because of me. Okay.
Right. I didn't want it to meet you.
Oh, see? There, I've heard rumors. So word on the street is you're pretty good at Counter-Strike Source.
Yeah, you know, I've been playing for a while now,
Yeah?
since back in the day. You know, I think the most important thing when you get there, you have to get the weapons, you know?
Yeah.
You have to be able to go and get a good weapon. And I'm not in a buy zone, but if I was being on the terrorist team, I would pick the AK-47,
But look,
the CB-47.
you just have the handgun now.
Right, but that's all right. That's really all I need.
Really?
So once you've decided which weapon you want to play with, you really want to go in and just stick with that weapon and not try to jump around. You got to master your one weapon. Because if you try to use a whole bunch of them, then your aim is going to get, you know, wobbly with this one because some of them are more powerful and some of them have a bigger.
Yeah, I can't aim with any gun.
You're looking at me like I'm speaking Greek.
No. I know what you're talking about. I'm just terrible at this game.
Well, let's just think logically. If you're going out into war, you're probably going to want to what? Wear protection.
Ford the river.
Right.
I'm on Oregon Trail.
So you want to pick up a Kevlar vest and get a
Right.
helmet. This is all basic strategy
Sure.
stuff. This is what's going to make you the master Source player.
And I'm hearing that at G4TV.com, you guys are showing off some pretty cool stuff. Call of Duty 2 demo.
That's right. Speaking of first-person shooters.
On the Xbox
good segue
360.
there. Yes, premiering tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360. We played it right there in the studio. 4-player,
Right.
multiplayer,
Wow.
screen, split screen.
People are salivating at home
I
when you're
know,
playing
I
Xbox
know.
360. Like no one, I don't think anyone on this show
I know.
has gotten a hold of
These
Xbox
are like the
360.
perks of being like a big, tremendous television star.
These really are.
Yeah.
It's not the drugs, it's not the money.
Well, that's just not the stuff we talk about.
Right. It's all about the Xbox 360.
We talk about previewing games.
Okay, so this wasn't so bad, was it? Comforting.
It was nice. I
Yeah.
would do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a second date.
If Kevin was here.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Be sure to catch Laura on G4.com at its regular time, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. But following a week off next week, the show relaunches at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific. Confused? Check our website at, you guessed it, G4TVTheShow.com. Now, make sure you're wearing rubber-soled shoes. We're firing up the feed.
The sub-$100 laptop has been the stuff of legend for some time now, like Bigfoot or the Chupacabra. But now they may actually be a reality. According to BBC News, Nicholas Negroponte, he's the founder of MIT's Media Labs, has just outlined a design for an inexpensive laptop. His nonprofit group, One Laptop Per Child, hopes to produce up to 15 million of the machines next year. They will feature a hand crank for use in areas with no power supply. They'll be encased in rubber. They'll run on Linux. They'll have flash memory instead of a hard drive, and will be able to connect to the internet via Wi-Fi. A prototype should be ready in time for the World Summit on Information in November. But just note, children in Brazil, Egypt, Thailand, South Africa, and China are expected to be among the first to get one, so hold off on that Amazon pre-order. Now, you know how the underground resistance fighters in Terminator were like, if only the humans had known the folly of their ways, we could have avoided the robo-apocalypse we're in now? Remember? Well, humans, start taking notes, because Google, the company that's growing faster than a LARPer's waistline, is teaming up with NASA to develop, among other things, nanotechnology. Google getting hold of complicated NASA technology will undoubtedly result in some great things at first. But if this doesn't sound like a voiceover narration that should be read by Linda Hamilton, I don't know what does. The director of NASA's Ames Center, Scott Hubbard, was quoted on BBC News as saying that with this partnership, the real winner will be the American people. He then allegedly mumbled, oh, and anybody investing in plasma rifles, they'll make a killing. An executive at Warner Music is apparently instigating a slap fight with Steve Jobs, and the loser may be you. Realistically, actually, the loser's probably going to be Warner Music. British website PC Pro is reporting that Warner Digital Strategy Chief Michael Nash, in a move that begs the question, how'd he get that job title, threatened to cut off business ties with Jobs if the Apple honcho refused to give ground on the issue of digital music pricing. Jobs is against raising prices, saying it will promote piracy. The music industry, of course, wants any penny it can squeeze. So Nash seems to be working under the assumption that digital music drives iPod sales, when evidence actually suggests the exact opposite. Record companies so out of touch with the realities of the digital music business. Can we even call this news anymore? Now, if Santa Claus is a little late this year, you're just going to have to tell your teary-eyed children the truth. Santa couldn't make it because Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was killed by the Danish Air Force. Actually, the truth is that part-time Santa Claus Olavi Nikonov was paid $5,000 in compensation because one of his reindeer, named Rudolph, died of a heart attack after two of the Danish Air Force's F-16s tore ass over his farm. So sad. Nikonov claims he'll use the money to buy replacement reindeer just in time for the holidays. From now on, the next time the control tower hears, this is Maverick, permission to buzz the reindeer, they're going to have to take it more seriously. Stuff happens. And that's the feed. To all, a good night.
Don't worry, there's still some gas left in the tank. When we come back, you'll be putting your love life in our hands. Why would you do that? As well, your weekly comic book budget, that's right, it's touch and go around here.
The Feed is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerate your life.
iPod of the stars. Anna Nicole Smith's iPod, Material Girl, Madonna, Friends in Low Places, Garth Brooks, I Wanna Be Sedated, The Ramones, Crazy, Patsy Cline, Dirty Old Man, Harry Chapin, Gold Digger, Kanye West featuring Jamie Foxx.
Last week we touched on the trade book Identity Crisis, which has been fueling some pretty earth-shattering events in the DC universe for the past year, Sarah.
Okay.
Now I'm going to get you up to speed on their company-wide event, Infinite Crisis, that is set to happen in a month. Probably going to be the biggest comic event of the past 15 years.
Okay, and this isn't like an event that people go to somewhere.
Oh, no.
This is like an event within a variety of comic books?
Yes, this is a crossover,
All right.
to use the industry term.
Just wanted to make sure I was on the same page.
And basically, everything
page. Get
it's comic books, pages. I get it. You're clever.
Thank you.
Everything's coming to a head in the DC universe.
Okay.
There's robots attacking cyborgs, sort of attacking all the superheroes. The Justice League has internal conflict.
Crap's going down.
Batman's been mind-wiped. Villains are united more than the good guys are.
And you have some examples here. Of,
So we have,
some,
first we
comic
have
books to check out.
the OMAC series, and this is the wrap-up. This is a mini-series to lead up to Infinite Crisis. And basically what's going on here in the OMAC series is that Batman had a satellite. And it was taken over by this organization named Checkmate, and the satellite monitored the entire world.
So the organization is going to use it for bad, dirty,
Well, they think it's
underworld
good. They want to get rid of all superheroes in the world because they feel that we shouldn't be ruled, us humans,
They're
by
like
superheroes.
communist kind of?
I guess they want to make everything equal.
Sure,
But then
yeah.
it gains life. It becomes sentient, and it starts sending out these like sort of robot things called OMACs to try to fight the superheroes. Pretty
Sounds
good
like
read.
a hairy experience.
It's quite a hairy situation. Okay, then over at Batman, Batman's still dealing with a lot of stuff because he's got the return of Jason Todd. Now,
And Jason Todd died.
20 years ago. People called in.
Just brought back to life, like soap opera style?
We're not sure how he was brought back to life yet. Batman is really messed up by this because Superman, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, they all come back to life. Now his own little sidekicks come back to life.
Well, what's he gonna do?
Well, he's going through a lot of stuff right now, and he's just realized a big revelation at the end of this issue.
But we're not gonna tell you
no.
what.
Former reality star Judd Winnick writes this book.
Hey.
Superman, Batman.
Superman, Batman. Now, okay,
What's weird about this?
I know enough about Superman to know that that S is backwards because
Yes.
John Bon Jovi has it on his arm.
And I know you're a
it's
big Bon Jovi
forwards.
fan.
Absolutely.
We're dealing with Bizarro Superman and Bat-Zaro.
Ooh.
Two of my favorite characters, maybe of all time.
Okay.
Basically, what's happening in this, Superman and Batman, they're off fighting in another universe, and Bizarro Superman and Bat-Zaro claim to be Superman and Batman's biggest fans.
Okay.
But they're these mirror world copies of them. Like, Bat-Zaro is the world's worst detective, and Bizarro Superman has the opposite powers of Superman, and he's really dumb and stuff.
Cool. So he needs kryptonite kind of thing?
He's a different kind of kryptonite that
Okay.
affects him.
All
It's
right.
really nerdy stuff.
You have it
And it's a
best.
good read. I know.
You know,
You love this stuff, don't you?
I just realized what the Bizarro Jerry Seinfeld episode
It's all
was
references
about.
this.
Oh my God.
And it's great art. It's
my
Ed McGuinness.
mind just
Ed McGuinness. It's very
blew
pretty.
my own mind right
okay,
now.
Granddaddy, right here,
Okay,
Sarah.
all right, Sean.
This you'll like.
Bring it home.
JLA number 119. Despero has turned the Justice League against itself.
Ooh.
You look at this. Look at this. Hawkman, Flash, they're all fighting Batman because their minds being controlled by Despero, who is the villain who had given the villains back their memories that had been mind-wiped previously by the JLA.
What is Batman gonna do?
Well, eventually, everything gets back to normal. Everyone gets their own mind back. But they realize, Sarah,
Yes,
that
Sean?
the whole time, it wasn't just the mind control of Despero. It was something in them.
Oh my gosh, it was like an internal conflict.
It's a league divided. It's an internal conflict. It's literature.
Wow!
So things are getting crazy.
Well, I hope it all works out for the Justice League, I'll tell you what.
DC is making you read a lot of books right now to understand all this, but if you go to Newsarama, every week, Dan Didio of DC is doing a crisis counseling every week to get you through this, Sarah.
All right,
so you can log on after the show. Make sure to check out some notes and links for more information on the crisis.
You sure know your comic books.
I love them.
Hey, who doesn't?
I can't help it.
All right, you want to take some relationship calls?
Right after comics, we're taking relationship calls.
That's right.
I love
That's
the juxtaposition.
I just wanted to warm you up. Okay, first caller, Maria, joins us on the phone from Dallas, Texas. Maria, are you there?
Yes.
Great to have you on the show. Not a lot of women callers these days. What's your question?
You're prized.
Pardon me?
You're prized.
We love you, Maria.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, my question was pretty much, what kind of game would you recommend to get my husband in the mood?
Oh, in the mood for love?
A little bit.
A sexual game.
Would hot coffee, is that too obvious?
Night Trap? That's a little controversial.
Tetris, fitting the blocks in just right?
Yeah, very phallic.
I don't know. I mean, what kind of a guy is he?
Well, he's getting his master's degree right now at SMU in video game design. So he's all about video games all the time.
Get in the mood.
You know what's a good game,
So,
Sarah?
I mean, he's playing Resident Evil 4, Katamari Dynasty, anything wrestling. I need to get him into something a little bit more.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, that's
less
a little...
zombie.
Well, that might make you jump into his arms because you're kind of scared. I say Foreplay is the best game.
Foreplay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great. It's a Namco title.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Maria, I hope we helped you with your hot night out tonight. Chris joins us on the phone from Wyoming, Michigan?
Hey, Chris.
Wyoming, Michigan? Is that a real place?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
You're lying.
You heard it here first. What's your question?
Yeah, I like a girl at school, and her parents are overprotective, and I think she got embarrassed, and now she says she doesn't like me, but all her friends still say she do.
So you think that her parents said, stop dating Chris or something like that?
Yeah.
And you want to know what you should do about it? Should you fight for her or should you just move on?
Yep.
I mean...
How old are you?
15.
15.
Me and him the same age.
The thing is, with girls' parents, when they're 15, especially dads, they're usually not going to let up until she moves out. So, if you really love her, stick around, but you got 3 years, man. And those can be 3 long, hard, lonely years. Or not hard.
No, they were long, lonely, and not hard for me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jennifer...
Just, best judgment.
Joins us on the phone from Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for joining us, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. 2 girls. 2 girls.
It's
right.
me.
We're
It's
on a
me.
roll.
I bring them.
Jennifer, what's your question?
My question is, if guys say that they like geeky girls who play video games, then why does it seem like they only date the ditzy shallow ones?
Are you a gamer girl?
Yes, I am.
And you're wondering why they always go for the blonde bimbo with the fake tan and all that stuff?
Yeah, the ones who they don't have a brain.
That is an age-old question. That's something that girls have been wanting to know since the dawn of time. Since the dawn of time. Sean, why don't you tell Jennifer what's the deal?
It's easier to beat the ditzy girls.
At games?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
and then you tell them that it's like a strip game and they'll listen to you.
You know what I think? I think it's because guys, this is what I think.
Okay.
I think guys just want to take the easy route. So sometimes it's easier to just have some girl who looks pretty and doesn't say too much, doesn't yap in your ear too much, just looks good and you take her out to dinner because guys are lazy.
Yes.
Lazy bastards.
Yes. What's your point?
Yeah, you know,
All
I
right.
don't know.
You get to take a
Big
break
blonde.
now, so enjoy it. But come back, because Sarah
has a damn good website.
Smart girl.
And Sean's going to let you know where he goes to find music. So, to sum up, when we come back, we're helpful for once. Or twice, maybe.
On the next Attack of the Show, comedian Patton Oswalt's geek humor proves we only tease the ones we love. Plus, you can't decide what to have for breakfast in 50 minutes, yet Kevin uses that time to decide the fate of brand new games. And finally, we stalked the red carpet for a soundbite from the elusive Quagmire at the premiere of Family Guy movie, Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story. That's the next Attack of the Show, as planned.
Each week, I crown new damn good websites, and then they stop calling me jerks. And Laura, we got you at a LAN party just to, because I know that you're going to like this.
Well,
so
lucky
much.
for the people in Canada, because I was owning them.
I know.
No.
Well, they'll have their
These kids are
5 minutes.
professionals.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're real good.
Better than you?
No.
No, nobody's better than you. All right, damn good website. Let's say that you're having an IM conversation with somebody and you kind of tell them something that's maybe a little scandalous.
Totally.
You know, or maybe you want to give them a password or something like that and you're afraid that it's being monitored because IM conversations can be monitored.
Right.
Or let's say...
Especially here at work.
Oh, yes. Ooh, don't say anything. Or let's say that you were going to ask a question on a gaming forum. And maybe it was a question that you're like, this is a really stupid question, and I would never want anybody to know that I did this.
Right, they can't know it was me.
Yeah, but if, because of your name, and if somebody searched for you, that could come up in a Google search later.
My rep ruined.
Your rep ruined. What you could do is you could hide the text itself you're typing inside an image file. And the way that you can do that is with a website called hidetext.net. So let's say, I am really not a gamer. That could be your deep, dark secret. You need to let somebody know, but you need it to be private from everybody else.
Never
fragged. Type in whatever you want to do. You say hide it. And at that point, it has given you a nice little GIF here, which you can download. I'm just going to go ahead and download that to the desktop. And when I open it up, whoopsie, that's not the right one. That's a stupid.
That's that secret one that you don't want to open on television.
Yeah, right. And when I open it up, as you can see, it is I am really not a gamer as a little image file here.
Look at that.
Yeah. So that's really.
And they can't track that.
They can't track. I mean, the thing is that if somebody was intercepting an email or something like that, I mean, the image file itself it can be opened by anybody. It's not password protected. But as far as things that people sniff out for, you can be kind of clever about the way that you give people text.
That's good.
Rather than just text itself.
How you teach people how to be sneaky and break the rules and stuff.
I love that.
Awesome.
Also works pretty well for some web-based email programs where everything is text-only kind of stuff. So you can get today's website link at attackoftheshow.com. It's like Times Square. Not the Hicks. And now, here's Sean with some indie online music picks. Sean?
There's lots of free and legal MP3s on the internet. The hard part is finding songs that don't suck. In fact, just this week, Harvey Danger released their new album online as a free BitTorrent download. The 90s are back. I told you guys. Well, I'm wearing my emo glasses. You notice this, Sarah? What do you think of this look?
Sean, I think you look like you want to cry.
All right, I do.
Do you?
No.
No, they look very nice. You look very kind of like a librarian or something.
All right. I look like I could be in a band.
You look like a guy who'd sit in a coffee shop and talk about music.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to do right now. I'm going to give you kids some sites where people can tell them music to get, because we all know where to get the music.
It's sites where you can get music, like MP3s and stuff?
Well, first we're going to go to pitchforkmedia.com, and this is pretty much just like a magazine on the internet. Pitchfork is a huge site. It started like 10 years ago in this guy's basement, and it's grown. It's like the most respected indie rock website. It's got news, track reviews, album reviews. They do their end-of-year lists.
So if Pitchfork says that new Harvey Danger album sucks, people will listen.
If they say it sucks, it won't get played on college radio.
Really?
People won't buy it. Their ratings, people have written articles about how people take their ratings so seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
this is the place to bookmark.
Yeah, it's pretty authoritarian, so don't always listen to them, but they got a lot of good stuff.
They think very highly of themselves, I'm sure.
Oh.
Music snobs,
They all look like
I know
this.
the kind. All right.
All right, now we're going to go to we'll go to some MP3 blogs. These are places where people are recommending music as well as giving you the files to download. This is Fluxblog.
Fluxblog.
And this is this guy, Matthew Papatuara. I'm butchering his name, pretty much.
Well,
but
Matthew,
what he
we're
does
sorry in advance.
Is that he pretty much every day or every other day he posts an MP3 or a couple MP3s of various songs. Like he's got a Britney Spears mashup here, Fugazi song, White Stripes. He went to the concert, so he has live tracks. And he gives you not a review, but he gives his impression of the song. And then he gives you the MP3 to download and the link to Amazon to download the whole album.
Oh, that's great. So you can go, you can read a little something, get into it, listen to the music. If you like it, get something for your collection.
And it's not just like he's not doing this illegally. Record labels give him songs now because it gets so popular. Like he breaks bands.
So Fluxblog is doing good business. And they're like, please feature us.
Oh, these are like the bands that your friends are going to be telling you to listen to in 6 months or something. They'll
like
be
what? Give me an example.
Oh, like he broke bands like LCD Sound System.
I love LCD Sound System. Oh my gosh.
You do? Are you a fan?
Yeah,
he's like my favorite. Let's get him on the show.
Wait, you like them too?
Yes. Oh, I'm huge.
Cool.
Losing my edge is what I'm doing. Okay,
Me too.
But I want to point out, Sarah, that
all right,
it's not all and Cologne.
Yeah.
It's not all about like indie rock. I know I look like a typical indie rock schnob.
You seem very indie
pale,
rocker.
Scrawny white. But this is a site. This is a music blog called Soul Sides.
Okay.
And this is it. And this is LA. Fluxblog's New York. I wanted to bring some LA into this thing.
Thank you for representing the West.
And this guy, he tends to skew towards like old school hip hop. R&B, you see De La Soul.
Okay, so this
Curtis
is not
Mayfield.
just that whole emo indie thing.
Yeah, I want to prove to you that like music blogs aren't just about like crying white dudes in their basement.
You have an eclectic taste.
Yeah. So pretty much that's it. These are places where you're going to get recommendations, and they're going to be from people. This guy is like a DJ. He owns like 10,000 records.
That's great.
So music on the internet, not just illegally downloaded, but people will give you good tips.
Well, and you know, people talk about things that they really care about, and,
Yeah,
and you
those
read
are the
about
best
them,
recommendations,
and,
like us
absolutely.
talking about LCD Sound System.
There you go.
Head to attackoftheshow.com for links to all the music websites we're on camera. Just showed you a few, but I have more to show you.
Now, we haven't talked to you enough today. So, when we come back, it's all about your chat questions and the couch. It's always about the couch.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack.
Let's check in with the death trap that is the Oregon Trail. If you remember, 30% of our viewers want us to continue on the trail. Damn you.
I think someone plugged in the keyboard, so let's just go for it. We're continuing. Isn't that fun?
Okay.
All right, it's a 250-mile continuation there. That is fascinating.
Quite a game.
The
One of our oxen is injured. Will it ever end? This whole going west thing is a joke.
Manifest destiny, I say no.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
said it was hot and rainy. You have an injured oxen?
Sucks.
It
This
doesn't
is
get
drama.
any-
I'm
yeah.
going back east. All right, just a heads up, don't come back here tomorrow expecting a new show. We're taking a day for ourselves. We're all going to the spa. So when you see a rerun playing, don't freak out. Everybody cool. So let's see what's going on in the chat room.
I'm
You guys
excited.
ready?
My last chat, my last show.
Your last chat. All right, first question from D. Foddy, who wants to know, if the host could take control of any website for one whole day, what would it be?
Wow.
Take control of a website, huh?
Sean, it's your last day here.
Well, I think we'd all take control of Microsoft.com for a day.
Are you speaking for the ladies on the couch, Sean?
Because I would take care of
I'm sorry.
online and page6.com.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Fluffypillows.com.
I'm going to be like, Jennifer
makeup.
Aniston and Brad Pitt are getting back together.
Right.
Psych.
Oh my God. And bankofamerica.com. Just why not?
That is a great, oh my gosh, my credit card bill erased.
Dead. Oh, I love shopping.
That was funny.
Let's take another question.
All right, let's go to the next
question. Sheet 51 wants to know, do the hosts think it's a good idea for Ubisoft and EA to join forces? Laura, you're the gamer expert
I will
of the
take
group
that,
here.
and I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
And why no?
I'm going to say no because we need two separate entities fighting. You know, we've got Ubisoft making World War II first-person shooters. We got EA making first-person shooters. And if they become one huge conglomerate, it's just going to be a monopoly. We're not going to get as much, competition
like-
and diversity
Competition's
in the
healthy for the
marketplace.
gaming industry.
Corporate America.
Can't believe you
man.
made me geek out on My Gamer Show.
Okay.
Let's talk about entertainment again.
Let's please. Shoes after the show. Tobias_Funk wants to know, why should I vote for Sean to be the new co-host?
Are you asking
wow.
me?
Well, I'm going to have to now. You're
Okay.
sitting here. Sean,
All right.
just plead your case.
I'm hungry. Skinny.
So he needs food.
I need food.
And a paycheck.
It's like a survival kind of a thing
Yeah,
for you.
you know, I don't
Is
care.
it really that dire,
I don't
Sean?
care about the comic books. That was on the prompter. I love doing the show so far.
Uh-huh.
So, I know
Yeah, you'll
the
get
rug
over
will
that.
be pulled from under me. So basically, you get to watch a guy who really enjoys what he's doing, and if people enjoy what they're doing, they tend to do a good job. Take that to the bank, guys.
Ooh, Sean, hey, you're threatening our viewers.
The more you know.
Brownie points. Okay, Terminal Freeze wants to know, what do the hosts do during commercial breaks? I usually, I've got a flask.
Yeah,
under
I was
home
going to
base.
say narcotics.
Yeah.
And porn.
Sometimes I run outside for a smoke.
I hang out with Def Leppard.
You do?
They used to party really hard.
Wow, there's just funny things coming out of your mouth today, Sean. You hang out with Def Leppard during the commercial break?
I do.
Where do you hide them?
They're in the green room.
They're not so popular anymore.
Waiting to
With
play.
my narcotic stash.
Waiting to play something for us. All right. So Link of Hyrule 007 wants to know real quick, why do you guys
Hyrule.
think the DS? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The DS is selling better than
Zelda.
the PSP.
Better
Why?
games?
Why, Laura? Why DS?
Because it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And it came out before.
Do you think it has
PSP?
anything to do with the games?
No. Yeah, and I think because Nintendo has a huge cult of fanboys
Right.
that will play WarioWare Touched and Yoshi Touch and Go and Wario Twisted, even though it's all the same game, and they'll buy them all.
All right.
But good games.
That's it for this week, everybody. Thanks to our guests, Manju Hedgie, Laura Foy, and this week's guest host and potential new host, Sean Hart.
Thanks,
Give him a round of
Mom.
applause,
Thanks,
everybody.
Chris. Thanks, Fred. Thanks, Will.
Attack of the Show wardrobe provided by Jinx.com.